Hey, I'm Naufal. Welcome to my channel. Today we are going to discuss regarding a very interesting topic, that is coordination. Okay, so suppose if you are driving a car, your hand is working and your leg is working, your eyes are working as well as your ear is also working and your brain is also working. You are driving a car, but most of your body parts are working, right? To drive the car properly, all these parts should work properly. Okay, like that in an organization or in an hospital, to work properly, a coordination is required. The coordination between the different departments is required. Okay, so what is meant by coordination? We are going to discuss regarding coordination. So what is meant by coordination? Coordination means a group of people, a group of different peoples or a group of different things work together to achieve the common goal. To achieve the common goal, a group of peoples are working together. Okay, so we can see the definition of coordination. Coordination is the integration of several parts into a orderly whole to achieve the purpose of understanding. Coordination is the integration of several parts. Okay, it is the combination or connection of several parts. Different parts are connected together, okay, into a orderly whole, into a single thing. Okay, different parts are connected together into an orderly, that is a systematic order, okay, into a single thing. For example, like a train, okay, different compartments are connected together, right, to achieve the purpose of understanding. To achieve the purpose of understanding means to achieve the purpose of the organization or to achieve the goal of the organization. That is the simple definition of coordination. Coordination is the integration of several parts into an orderly whole to achieve the purpose of understanding. So coordination means you are connecting the different parts to a orderly whole, that is a single thing. To a single thing, you are connecting different parts to achieve the goal of the organization. That is the simple definition of coordination. Next we can see the elements of coordination. The elements of coordinations include balancing, timing and integrating. Okay, balancing, timing and integrating. First one is balancing. So what is meant by balancing? Balancing means there should be a balance between the resources of the different department and the individuals. For example, there are so many computers, that is 100 computers are there in a department and only one worker or one employee or one staff is there to operate that computer. So balance is not there. So according to this element, according to the balancing, there should be a balance between the resources of the department and the individual. The resources means the materials. For example, you can take a ventilator or oxygen cylinder or pulse oximeter, okay, or BP apparatus you can take. So according to the number of the materials or the resources of the department, there should be a balance of the individual also. So according to the material, workers should be there. Okay, that is the balance. First element of coordination is balancing. Next one is timing. Next one is timing. Timing means there should be a time schedule for each and everything. Okay, so there is no confusion. There should be a proper time schedule for each and everything. Okay, that is timing. That is the second element. Next one is integrating. Next one is integrating. So what is meant by integrating? Integrating means you are in an organization. Different peoples will be there from different culture, so they will have different interest. Okay, their point of view and their thinking will be different, but making all that different interest into a single interest, into a common interest to achieve the goal. Okay, so integrating means making or unification of the diverse or the different interests to a single interest. To achieve the goal, you are integrating, you are combining all the different interests to a single interest. For what? To achieve the goal. So the aim is to achieve the goal. To achieve that goal, you are integrating all the different interests. Okay. Next we can see the principles of coordination. Principles of coordination. Okay, first one is direct personal. First principle is direct personal. That means direct personal contact. Okay, direct personal contact is very important to achieve the coordination. Okay, so there should be a direct contact between the manager as well as the employee to achieve the coordination. Okay, face to face communication is required for proper coordination. That is the first principle, direct personal, which means the direct personal contact, that is the face to face communication between the manager and the employees. Okay, so it will reduce the misunderstanding. Okay, so if there is any confusion or is there any conflict, it will reduce through face to face communication. Okay, next one is early beginning. Early beginning, from the name itself, the second principle is early beginning. Okay, coordination can be achieved through early beginning. A good coordination can be achieved through early beginning, which means at the time of planning and at the time of policy making, coordination should be planned. Okay, coordination should be achieved early, because at the time of planning itself, the coordination should be planned. Okay, so a well coordinated planned, the action is taken. Okay, if you implemented a well coordinated plan, you will get a better outcome. Okay, so you have to take the early beginning decision. Okay, so early beginning is the second principle. Next one is reciprocity. Reciprocity. Reciprocity means in an organization or in an hospital, all the departments are interrelated and interdependent. Okay, all the departments, the nursing department and the pharmacy department and the laboratory department, for example, all the departments are interrelated. There is a relationship between these two departments. Okay, all the departments have a relationship between them and they are interdependent. All the departments are dependent to another department. Okay, that is reciprocity. So while appreciating or accepting the reciprocity, coordination can be achieved. That is, along with my department, don't think that along with my department I can work. No, you have to have a relationship with other departments and you have to think that all the departments are dependent each other. Okay, next one is continuity. The last principle is continuity. Continuity means coordination is not a one-time process. It is a continuous process as well as it is a never-ending process in an organization or in an hospital. Okay, so continuity means the continuation of coordination is a lifelong process. Coordination is a lifelong process. It is not a one-time process. That is the principle of coordination. Next we can see the types of coordination. The types of coordination is mainly divided into internal coordination as well as external coordination. Internal coordination means the coordination between different units or different departments of an organization. Different units or different departments of an organization. Okay, for example, the relationship between or the coordination between nursing department and pharmacy department. So within the organization only, within the hospital only, that is internal coordination. Inside that organization, the relationship between different units or different departments. Okay, Next classification is external coordination. So external coordination means just opposite to internal coordination. It is the coordination between the organization and the external environment. That is the coordination of the hospital with the community, with the government, or with the customers, or with the patient. Okay. So external coordination means the coordination between the organization and the external things. Internal coordination means with the internal departments. Okay, that is the main two types of coordination. Next we can see the purpose or the need or the importance of coordination. Okay, the purpose, or you can write as the needs of coordination or the importance of coordination. We can see one by one. First one is it helps to improve performance. Okay, coordination helps to improve performance. All the staff know what to do and when to do, and there is a connection between them. So automatically it will improve the performance of the workers. Okay, next class purpose is it leads to better outcomes. Okay, it leads to better outcome. Through coordination, there is no conflict and there is no confusion. There is a good relationship between the departments. So automatically the outcome or the productivity will come. Okay, so a good work will occur. Through that you will get a good outcome. That is, it leads to better outcomes. Okay, next one is it helps to reduce the conflict. It helps to reduce the conflict means it will reduce the confusion and the conflict among the workers. When to do, who have to do, is there any confusion between that department, it will reduce. Okay, so it helps to reduce the conflict between the workers as well as between the departments. The role of each worker and each department is well explained, so there is no conflict at all. Through coordination you can achieve that. Okay, conflict will not be there among the workers as well as among the departments. Next one is it leads to the growth of an organization. It leads to the growth of an organization, which means automatically coordination is there and the staff are working properly, a good relationship is there, there is no conflict, automatically the growth of the organization will occur. Okay, a good productivity is there, good outcome is there, the workers are working properly, so automatically growth of the hospital or the organization will occur. The next purpose is it eliminates gaps. It eliminates gaps. That means, okay, so coordination is there between two departments. So it will reduce the gap to work properly. Some lag will occur if coordination is not there. Means suppose in the nursing department they need a emergency medicine and they have to take it from the pharmacy department. So coordination is not there means a gap will occur, a lag will occur among the departments. So coordination is there means it will reduce or it will remove the gaps. It will remove the gap between two departments. Okay, that is the last purpose. Okay, so these things you can write as the purpose or the need or the importance of coordination. So we have discussed regarding coordination and the elements of coordination, the principles as well as the type and the purpose of coordination. Okay, we will meet soon with another video. Till that, thank you and goodbye.